Oh my god, what is this? A cartoon where the characters constantly change their clothes? When has that ever happened? This is how we're doing it? Huh? Little images as told by Ginger even when I'm not talking about it? Huh? This is how we're fucking doing it! The Weekenders was another show whose run went by the same way that Pepper Ann's did. It ran for a few years and people liked it okay, but then it faded into the wall of obscurity with stuff like Michael and Og, The Buzz on Maggie, and Peswick. Holy hell, did I just say Peswick? That show is almost as forgettable as the X's. And that show was almost as forgettable as what the hell I was talking about. The Weekenders was basically telling the story of close friends spending time together and hanging out. Because, you know, that was never done in the past. Each episode had a specific formula to it. It would start off on Friday after school and introduce a situation. The situation would take full effect on Saturday and end up being solved on Sunday with a life lesson attached. Although it may seem formulaic, the show handles the formula well and changed it up enough so it doesn't become as tiring as something like Scooby-Doo. Kids go lurking, find mystery, find clues, solve mystery, eat snacks. Scooby-Doo, where are you? He's right fucking there, Shaggy. Open your fucking eye. For characters, we got this kid named Cheeto. No, I said kid, not ancient Hawaiian stereotype. Wiggity 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 whack! Tino is usually the main focus in a lot of episodes. He's just that normal kid that just could get a little weird and silly sometimes. He starts every episode and ends it with breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience. I actually like it when he does that. It's pretty charming here. At least he doesn't expect a reply back. Do you know where the blueberry bush is? Good. Do you know where my dick is? I like the direction they went with Tito not having a dad. Him and his mom have some pretty funny and touching interactions with each other. Gotta love those golden family moments. There's also Carver, our token black. He's like if Gerald from Hey Arnold was a little bit more dorky, and everything he said didn't come out of the definition of cool.
This is serious. We're stuck downtown, I'm a strawberry, and we don't have any money!
Well, I did say almost everything. Next is Lore, our tomboy who lives with 13 brothers. 14 kids, huh? I wonder what their parents were doing. Lore's an alright character with me. Her sarcasm mixed with her Dixie moments are pretty much what make her enjoyable. And lastly we come to Trish, who's more the brains of the group. Guess the twist about her is that she's actually foreign in a way. I don't know what country she's from and I really don't care enough to look it up. Research, bend the Looney style. OG. The characters' personalities in this show aren't as strong as their interactions. The show doesn't really rely on cartoonish gags. Matter of fact, there aren't any visual gags in this show to be honest. The whole show is dialogue. Funny dialogue. Its humor is kinda like King of the Hill, where the humor comes from how well you know the characters and their personality traits. Oh, and propane. Lots and lots of propane. Being like King of the Hill, the show tends to go at a real slower pace than usual Disney shows. Everything's paced out in the characters' clever dialogue, and that's what makes me like this show. I've always been a fan of things that are slow but funny. Like 2011's Winnie the Pooh, King of the Hill, and oh lord no. I think that's why the fan base of the show is so small. People don't like slow stuff, you know, unless you're charging your attack or something. He's open, bro. You can just clearly run up and hit him and win the fight. The running gags in the show are fun as well. Like how the pizza place changes his theme in every episode. I gotta give it to him. It must have been really hard to come up with that every episode. As for the animation, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I like the designs of these characters due to simplicity and coloring. And every character moves with their line of dialogue. Best guess is that they did that to add more movement as possible, since the show is all dialogue and just standing there and talking gets annoying. I waited this whole video to make that joke. I guess a problem with the show could be every side character that isn't the main four or the parents can get really annoying, unlikable, and just downright underdeveloped. Like, we don't know anything about Lore's brothers other than the fact that they're boys and they're athletic. Or if there's a golf chick, the only thing we would know about her is that she's golfed and that's it. I guess the show would be better if they gave us more interactions between side characters as well as stuff like Hey Arnold or even Charlie Brown did. But to be fair, that's not the main focus. Yes, let the main focus be on the kids whose eyes are more far apart than 2 good SpongeBob episodes. I am not very fond of SpongeBob. The Weekenders was always one of my favorite animated Disney shows growing up. I admit, part of it is because of the Wayne Brady sung theme song, but also, I like how it's more chill than anything else they ever made. The stories flow slower, sure, but that's part of its charm. This really isn't what I expect from the creator of Dave the Barbarian. can honestly swear to God that is not a joke. The characters have great interactions, and the show teaches good life lessons as well. Never gets silly or over the top, but never gets dull or boring either. The show is actually on DVD, so you can watch it whenever you want. Hell, I know what I'm doing this weekend.